can't believe no one's talking about this. If you pause it just at the right moment with the latest TV spot for Spider-Man No Way Home, you might catch Tobey Maguire. Let me play it for you.
All right, Parker, you ready?
Did you miss it? Let me play it again, but in slow-mo. Hello, Spider-Man fans. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. This is what happens to me whenever there's Spider-Man No Way Home news. Let me go ahead.
How'd that get in there?
But what we gotta talk about today, Spider-Man fans, is I really wasn't planning on making another damn Spider-Man video, especially since we're so close to the movie's release, but they continue to reveal new footage with exciting stuff. Not just that, but there's bits in this footage that go ahead and 100% confirm connections to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and they have that connection that pretty much confirms the Andrew Garfield movies as well. So not only am I gonna be showing you all this new footage, I'm gonna be breaking it down, trying to speculate to what it could mean, but I'm gonna need you Spider-Man fans to let me know down below, what do you make of some of this new footage? How do you think this will connect to the movie? And yes, I am still planning to do a breakdown for episode 4 of Hawkeye. I was actually trying to get that uploaded soon, but then this Spider-Man news dropped, so that'll be up later today. And also thank you to everybody who checked out my review of The Amazing Spider-Man yesterday. Really means a lot. Alright, so let me just go ahead and play you one of the first TV spots that was revealed just a second ago.
All right, Parker, you ready?
Do it.
Some bits of new footage in there, different shots of Tom Holland in the great old red and black Spider-Man suit that I love to see him in. I think the most exciting part of this trailer though was towards the end where you have Doctor Strange continuing to do a spell with some hieroglyphics in the background, most likely what is the ending battle. If I had to speculate what exactly is going on here, is my theory on how Spider-Man No Way Home will end is by the end of the film, the spell that Doctor Strange cast to make everyone forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man will end up working. And this time it'll be no exception. So Ned, MJ, even Doctor Strange himself will be forgetting who Spider-Man is. And I think that'll set us on the path for a brand new series of Spider-Man movies where Spider-Man has to rely completely on himself because he no longer has connections to Tony Stark technology and maybe even has to leave his friends behind for their safety, since it looks like they're going to get in some major danger in this movie. From there, we were given this 1-minute long featurette of the villains for Spider-Man No Way Home. And while some of the stuff the cast members say in here is stuff we've already covered in a previous video where it was the whole 9-minute video of the cast, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, and Jamie Foxx talking about their characters, here they sprinkle in some new footage to go along with the things they've said, and it is some interesting stuff. Let me play it for you, and then we'll break it down.
We started getting some visitors from every universe.
Hello, Peter. It's been very nice to come back to something that is familiar, but at the same time completely new.
You're not Peter Parker.
I am so confused right now.
20 years since his Green Goblin. 17 years since my first time as Doc Ock.
What was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Seriously, what's your actual name?
You got another chance to stir some things up. How you like the new? Electro is like the world did me wrong. And now I got this energy. I'm about to go get mine.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Doc Ock picks up where he left off.
What have you done with my machine?
He's looking for revenge.
You want to play games?
The Goblin believes in a world of losers and winners. Power is all that matters.
It's a wonderful world to be in. We're having a lot of fun.
They're a danger to our universe. We need to send them back.
Looks like we got competition.
I think people are gonna be really surprised. They're gonna marvel. Oh, man.
Alright, so diving straight into this footage, it is kind of blowing my mind that they included this, and now I feel like they have to bring in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, or else the movie's not really going to make that much sense, because we have Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, not only telling us that he for sure picks up immediately after Spider-Man 2 ended, where he took his machine down into the river, but now that he's coming into Spider-Man No Way Home, he's talking to Spider-Man, who he thinks is Tobey Maguire, and asking him, what did you do with my machine, and what is going on here?
Doc Ock picks up where he left off.
What have you done with my machine?
He's looking for revenge.
You want to play games?
And some of the reasons this is blowing my mind is because although we figured that Tobey and Andrew would be part of the movie, I feel like that's 100% a confirmation right there, because it also means Spider-Man 2 is at least required viewing for you to understand Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, that's the thing I'm really curious about with this movie, because now it looks like it really is this big compilation of fan service for people who have watched all the live action Spider-Man movies. I can only think about some of the young fans right now who hate on the Andrew Garfield movies, or just never got around to watching the Tobey Maguire movies, and they only seen the Tom Holland films, Homecoming and Far From Home. Now going into No Way Home, those people might be a little lost, because if they never saw Spider-Man 2 and hear Dr. Octopus say, "Where is my machine?" they're gonna be like, what machines? Have we seen this villain before? What's going on here? So I think this is actually super incredible and refreshing that they're bringing in lore from the previous Spider-Man movies and including them here. Now, we do gotta ask ourselves, as Spider-Man fans, is like, wait, didn't Dr. Octopus turn into a good guy by the end of this? And right here, he's asking about his machine. I wonder if maybe there's gonna be a small lapse of amnesia where he just kind of forgot that he forgave Spider-Man, or that whole ending battle from Spider-Man 2 is a little bit of a blur to him, which I can imagine so if you drowned in the water and then appeared in another universe. So it could be through the course of this movie he is remembering the events of Spider-Man 2 and going, oh wait, I actually took down the machine, I put it into the river, I changed my mind about everything, and I also lost my wife, Rosie. So now that we know Dr. Octopus is basically going to be the same guy from Spider-Man 2, all these other villains should be 100% confirmed to be the villains from their other films. Even if someone like Jamie Foxx Electro looks completely different from the way he did in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he even addresses that here with saying, how do you like the new?
We got another chance to stir some things up.
How you like the new?
And that's not him talking in the interview, that's actual dialogue from the movie, so he will be referencing the fact that he once was blue, but now he looks like this thanks to Tony Stark's arc reactor, I'm assuming. And that's not even all the new footage we get here. We also get Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe, telling us his new philosophy on life, that there are winners and losers, even showing us a bit of footage of him in his hobo goblin outfit, to where some people got really mad at me last time where I mentioned that Tom Holland's Spider-Man most likely will be kicking the crap out of Green Goblin Spider-Man, and that's why he turns out having this battle-damaged suit. If not, then I don't understand how Green Goblin gets this battle-damaged suit, because we've seen shots in the trailer where he has that suit completely intact. And I guess speaking of that battle between Green Goblin and Peter Parker, we do have Tom Holland giving an interview talking about one of his favorite scenes in Spider-Man No Way Home involving Green Goblin.
So many pinch me moments on this film, especially like when I'm having to fight them. You know, the fight scene I have with Willem was really like close quarters, hand-to-hand kind of stuff. So doing that with him was incredible.
If you go back to the original Spider-Man movie when Tobey Maguire was fighting off Green Goblin was beating up Tobey in hand-to-hand combat. So it's kind of cool to see that in this movie, Tom Holland is also going to have to fight the Green Goblin in hand-to-hand combat, and he might get his butt whooped too. But getting back to these shots of Green Goblin in his hobo outfit, I think it looks really cool here. I have to imagine at some point in the movie, Goblin is going to be actually getting his helmet back, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason he's going after Spider-Man. Maybe he took away all his little gadgets and devices and now he's going back to get them all. It's going to be a real wonder who exactly Green Goblin is throwing this bomb at, but I can only imagine there's a few suspects, either Aunt May or Happy Hogan. This is all super exciting stuff that really makes me want to see this damn movie already, and it's crazy how stuff is still leaking about this film. I know a lot of you guys want me to talk about the leaked soundtrack or even talk some of the leaked promo art, but really now that we're this close, I'm just done talking about leaks and I want to stick to stuff that has been officially released, like this trailer here.
You ready?
I'm ready.
That spell that you botched, we started getting visitors from every universe.
Let's catch some multiverse men.
Sounds weird, but I'll allow it. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
So yeah, it's really exciting. I know the promo art and the soundtrack is out there, but I only listened to like 5 seconds of that soundtrack because I want to hear the full thing for the first time in the actual cinema. But this is where I throw it off to you guys. What do you think of this new look for Spider-Man No Way Home? Which has been your favorite TV spot right here? How do you feel about them actually referencing the past Spider-Man movies and now making them a required viewing before No Way Home? Anything, everything, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.